Good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. The thing that I would like to do today is get some more soil because I'm completely out of it for my plants, and make that as well because yesterday when I repotted my pothos, I didn't quite have enough soil to fill the container. It was enough so that the plant is fine, like I don't need to add any more. But if I don't do that, I don't know what else I will be getting up to just yet. So we will figure that out later on. But as for right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a little bit. I got what I need to make my my soil for my plants. This is coconut coir and this is sand, and I'm just gonna hydrate this in my bucket that I use for my soil, get it ready for my plants, and then I will be able to fill this little guy the rest of the way up because I wasn't able to yesterday, at least to about here is what I was hoping to get, but it wasn't quite there because it still has some leaves in there that I don't want to cover. All of these like vines and stuff I do want to cover, so yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more soil to this little one, and they're doing amazing in their new container today, by the way, which always is a very, very good thing because when you repot plants it's a little bit stressful, but they're not showing any signs of stress in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, they kind of look happier in this container, but anyway, yeah, let's make the soil. I forgot to look at how much water I need. I always forget. I think it's 16 cups of water, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna go with that and see how we do. Where is my measuring cup? It's under here somewhere. There it is. It's always in the most difficult place to get at. I'm gonna just do the 10 cups and see how we do, and if I need to add more I will, but hopefully that will rehydrate well. I'll break it up in like probably an hour or so to get it more soil-like because right now it's just a brick, but yeah, hopefully that will work. I only used half the bag of sand because it looked like there was gonna be way too much. I couldn't remember if I only use half the bag of sand with 2 bricks usually or just 1. I only got 1 of the bricks of coconut because they only had 1 at the store. I kind of forgot that it's planting season and seed starting season, and coconut coir is good for starting seeds, which I also forgot about because I just use it in all of my plants. But yeah, they only had 1, so I could not remember if I use the entire bag of sand or if I use half per brick, but whatever the amount is, this bag has, or this batch has half the bag of sand. But yeah, I'm gonna let that hydrate for a while, and I haven't decided yet. I might see you in just a second. It depends on how long it takes to do, but I might see you in a second when I get started crocheting, or I might show you what the soil looks like hydrated next. I don't know, it depends on how quickly it goes, but this looks like it's doing quite well and it's hydrating really fast today, which is exciting. That look level? It looks level to me. Hopefully it is for you. But I decided to wait until the soil was ready, so it is good. I probably could have added a little bit more water, honestly, but I didn't. Not all of the coconut is fully fluffy yet, but this, hang on, it's heavy. This is what it looks like. Oh, I need the light. Hang on a second. That might help things. All right, let's see. Now maybe you might be able to see inside the bucket. This is what the soil looks like now that it is all mixed. It is, like I said, there are still a few little pieces that aren't fully hydrated, but this is what the soil looks like, and I'm pretty positive that I do, oh no, my mixing, okay, thing got buried there. I am pretty positive that I do use 2 bricks of coconut for 1 bag of sand. I don't remember fully right now, but this looks like it's a perfect mix, honestly, and I don't think I'm gonna need to get add more water. Actually, I just need to get those pieces that are not fully hydrated down to the bottom because there's a lot of water down there, and I think that will be perfect. Yeah, this mix of soil is like the best one that I have ever made. Okay, so half a bag of sand, 1 brick of coconut, and 10-ish cups of water, and that was absolutely perfect for today. I really hope that I can do that again next time because this is seriously like the best batch of soil that I have ever made. Also, I wanted to say, when you are storing your soil, make sure that it has air and it has lots of like airflow around it. The best way that I can say it is it's not in a place where there is no airflow because it does need to breathe. I do not know why. I'm sure there are reasons behind it that are more scientific than I can ever say. I just know that soil needs to have a lot of airflow around it. You get fresh soil, fresh container, so fancy. Looks like I'm filling this container up all the way after all. I did not mean to do that, but apparently it just kind of ended up that way. It'll settle a little bit once I add some water, so I mean it will go down, but I did fill it a bit more than I was expecting. But again, that's okay. This little one is so pretty in here. I'm glad that they like their new container. But yeah, this little pathos now has their soil fully filled and are happy in their new little home. I'm gonna put them back up on their shelf, put the soil away now that it's finished, put this back in the sink before I clean it. I probably honestly won't clean it until Monday. Being perfectly honest, I need to clean it now and I could, but I'm not going to, so it'll just be in my way until Monday when I clean it. But anyway, let me put everything away, put this little one back, and then I will finally get started crocheting. And we are crocheting once again. Well, it's the first time crocheting, but we are using, where is the end of the yarn? Where is it? There it is. We are going to be using the orange yarn again. It's been a while, but I am kind of honestly excited to see it again because we did use so much of it last year. Not using it has been kind of odd. But anyway, as for today, besides getting what I needed for soil and making that, which took a little bit longer than I was expecting, honestly, it looked like it was hydrating really, really fast when I showed you it last, but it kind of took, how long has it been? 2 hours? 2.5 hours, I think, since I first started hydrating it. So it did take its time, and that was with me stirring it and breaking it up and trying to make the process go a little bit faster. Yeah, it took a while. So I was kind of like getting a little bit annoyed at how long it was taking because now it is quite late and I am very tired because, as you very well know, I am more active in the morning. So yeah, I'm really tired right now. So getting to crochet is honestly very nice. Just getting to relax for a minute and chat with you for the evening. I have been wanting to very much, so I'm glad that it's finally time. But anyway, what I was saying, I need to fix the yellow yarn because that is unraveling a little bit and that's gonna get tangled in the orange, oh my, yarn. This is where the orange yarn is tied. So this bit, this little tiny piece that we just crocheted with was the last little bit of one ball of yarn, and now we only have, this is one ball of orange yarn. So we're gonna see how many rounds this does. I'm very curious because yeah, we're pretty much starting off with just the one ball of yarn. That is so close. That's all that we would have had left if we didn't get another one for the temperature blanket. That would have been amazingly perfect. But anyway, again, what I'm trying to say, what else I got up to today besides making soil was running quite a few errands. Was out a lot longer than I was expecting, but it was very fun. I was really surprised that there was only one brick of coconut soil or coconut core, whatever that's called. Because it's always fully stocked and they only had the one more. There was plenty of sand, but the reasoning behind that, like I said, which I completely forgot about, was it's planting season and gardening season to start the seeds inside and get them ready for the garden. And coconut is really light, so it's good for seeds. Kind of sort of forgot that gardening season is so close and it's time to get the seeds started. So yeah, I just really got lucky getting the last one there, and I am so grateful that they had it. And I really need to remember half a bag of soil or sand for 1 brick of the coconut coir for the soil, because that, yeah, that mix turned out perfectly. And I have used other potting mixes for plants before in the past. It doesn't seem like they work very well for me. I've also used perlite. Laura, my, what is she, umbrella plant, she has some perlite in her container, and the pathos that is in the center up there, that one has a lot of perlite in it, just simply because I haven't needed to repot the little one in a while. But I have found that the sand and coconut just works so much better for me, so that's what I continue to use. It doesn't get like, I don't know, moldy or mildewy, is that the right word for it? It doesn't get that as quickly as regular soil does. Perlite got really mildewy quickly, so I did not like that. That's why I only got 1 bag of that and didn't use it again. I have definitely tried quite a few different types of soil for my plants, and this is just what works best for me. And speaking of kind of gardening season, I think I have decided I'm going to be gardening a little bit differently this year. I don't know if I'm going to be putting the plants in the earth. Actually, I'm pretty positive that I'm not going to be putting the plants into the earth this year. I am planning on, we have a ton of those buckets, so I am planning on filling those with soil, so that way they will be plenty deep for the plants, and they're slightly see-through, so I'll be able to see how much water the plants need, and I'll be able to have them a little bit closer, and they shouldn't get so many plants growing in with them that I do not want, because last year it was a bit of a pain to try and keep the area clean, so I just kind of let it take over, and I know that wasn't necessarily a good thing. So I like having them, but like there were too many. It got overrun with the plants that I did not want growing over there. So I've been thinking about doing like a above ground, I guess, garden this year, but in the bucket like what I have my soil in, because we have so many of them. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be planning on doing for the garden this year. It should be a fun, different change. And so far, all of the pepper seeds that I planted are still doing amazingly. The srirachas are definitely a lot healthier for some reason than the orange bell peppers, but they're both doing really, really well. And the one little tomato sprout is doing well, and the propagations of the cherry tomatoes are doing well. So yeah, I'm gonna have probably 3 or 4 of those buckets for my garden this year, which I am really looking forward to. Man, that took a while. We just now reached the corner of the blanket. Okay, this thing is getting quite big. I'm definitely not going to be finishing the full round today. I think I crocheted enough yesterday because I got like 3 rounds done. So like a half a round today, that's good with me. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to say, just because I think it's cool, the day that the video first posted, it is February 13th, which is Friday. So I wanted to say happy Friday the 13th. I just find it a cool day that happens every so often, because it doesn't very often. It does seem like we're gonna get a few of them this year. I'm not entirely sure. And I am just going to crochet here 2 more, I think. No reason for that. I just feel like crocheting another 2 more batches here, and then I think I am going to be all done for today. It's also really cool how the blanket started out looking super wintry with just the gray and the blue, and now it's starting to look a little bit warmer. It's just super cool. Man, this thing is huge. This is gonna be such a big blanket. Okay, it's still gonna be smaller than I was expecting it to be, thankfully, but it's still gonna be such a big blanket. But that is gonna do it for the video today, so I hope you enjoyed it, and way more importantly, I hope you enjoy your day today no matter what you do. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoy your day. And as for me tomorrow, it is, like I said, Friday the 13th. I'm not planning on doing anything for the day. I don't really know what I'm going to be getting up to tomorrow. I would honestly like to play Animal Crossing a little bit tomorrow, because I was only able to play a little bit yesterday, maybe the day before, and that's it this week. And I know Festival is going to be, is it on Monday or Tuesday next week? I'm not entirely sure, but I want to decorate for that just a little bit more if I can. And also I really want to make another hotel room, so I would like to play Animal Crossing tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll get a chance, so that is highly likely briefly on what I will be up to tomorrow. So if you're not interested in watching Animal Crossing, again, perfectly fine. I totally understand. I just wanted to let you know. Also may not happen. I genuinely have no idea what tomorrow will be. But as for today, thank you so much for being here and watching the video, and just for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. Yeah, it's amazing that you do that. So just thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later.